vanish.
What is up, guys? Extreme Player Sonic here and welcome back to another video. I just got done watching the latest episode of Naruto Shippuden. I wanted to wait until I saw the unison sign to give you guys my thoughts, my expression on pretty much the last 3 episodes. You know, the first 2 episodes showing the fight between Naruto and Sasuke, the final fight, like the fight that we've been waiting for as fans for the longest time. Like, we went through hell. We went through filler hell just to see this fight, and now to finally see the unison sign episode. I know there's going to be another episode coming after this one that shows, you know, Sasuke parting ways with Naruto, Sakura, Kakashi and all that stuff. But this episode and let me just talk about the first 2 episodes. Bro, listen, I read the manga, so I already saw the fight, I knew what was going to happen and all that stuff, but to see it in action, to see it all in action, and they even added an extra, you know, bits to the fight as well. It's like, bro, that fight was so well done. The freaking choreography was done right, the animation was done right, the visual was looking nice. You can feel the intensity between Naruto and Sasuke, like it was hella dope. And that fight happened, and then we saw pretty much, you know, the progress between Naruto and Sasuke during the entire fight. Like, honestly to God, like when I read the manga, I always assumed that Naruto and Sasuke were pretty much on par when it comes to strength. But then you know, seeing it now in action, in fruition and all that stuff, you get an understanding that Naruto is clearly stronger than Sasuke. Now, if you look at the episode, Sasuke was going in, like he was going in for the kill, while Naruto on the other hand was actually holding back. He was actually trying to prevent himself from killing his friend. Like, he was actually trying to save his friend instead of like going, you know, and killing him. So just that alone, you know from that point on, like Naruto was clearly stronger than Sasuke. Now I know in the last Naruto move and all that stuff, Sasuke clearly surpassed Naruto because, you know, Naruto was at the time being the Hokage. He didn't really have a chance to train and keep up his shape and all that stuff. So obviously Sasuke surpassed him at that point. But in this particular fight, it was clear that Naruto was, you know, the supreme one there. So seeing that fight though, after waiting so many years, like it's been 14 years, like I've waited to see this fight for 14 years. Like, when you think about it, bro, it's like Naruto has taught me so much over the past 14 years. Like, you know, the urge to never give up. Like, I've always had the tendency to never give up. I've always been that determined type of person. But watching Naruto and seeing how he's so determined as well, like I easily aligned myself with Naruto a lot. Like I you know, pretty much, I relate to Naruto is what I'm trying to say. I relate to Naruto a lot in terms of his attitude to never give up, to always try his best at no matter what comes up at him. So it was pretty amazing. And you know, the fight ended. The fight was vicious. It actually got a lot more vicious during the part when they stopped using their, you know, the respective Susanoo and Nine-Tailed Fox transformation, and they went in with hand-to-hand combat. That was hella vicious. One of them actually lost a tooth, so it's like, bro, I didn't see that in the manga. So when I saw that in the animation, that was crazy. Now, as you guys can tell, obviously this is not scripted. Sorry, I'm just speaking from my mind, so you know, I'm gonna be a little bit all over the place, but bear with me with this. That was crazy, man. The intensity, you could feel the emotion in the fight. I mean, like, when I say you can feel the emotion, you have to have been someone who's followed the series from when it actually started. Like, I feel like it adds a little bit more, I guess, weight to it when you've waited so long to actually see it happen. I mean, like, for someone who may have binged it maybe like 2 weeks or 3 weeks just to get to the end, maybe you might not have felt the same emotion that those who started watching that shit back in 2004, I think, or 2002. I can't remember which exact time this thing came out, but it was intense, man. Yo, that fight was well worth it. Like, I was actually terrified when, you know, when we saw all the previous episodes and how bad the animation has been, and especially the Might Guy versus not my guy actually. There was something else that wasn't animated right. I can't remember which one it is, but animation hasn't been up to par. But in this episode, I heard that they've gotten help from outside sources, so I'm really glad that they did that because it really made the episode feel as epic as it did. So then when we got to the Unison Sign episode, fam, bro, I'm not even lying to you, man. Like, when it comes to Naruto, they hit you with the feel, like, bro, like, I could feel, like, the emotion, seeing how far both Naruto and Sasuke got, and especially Sasuke. Like, Sasuke finally got to understand Naruto's emotion, what he's been through, and pretty much see how far this man has come just to save him. And the moment Sasuke saw what he has missed in terms of having friends, having people that he can relate to, he finally understood what Naruto's been trying to tell him, what Itachi's been trying to tell him, what everyone around him has been trying to tell him, that you cannot do anything alone, and once you are left alone, pretty much, you are at your weakest, pretty much. So he finally understood that, and when he finally acknowledged Naruto, I was like, about fucking time, boy. Like, you should have acknowledged this man when he beat your ass back at the bridge. Oh, he didn't beat your ass back at the bridge. When did he beat his ass again? I can't remember, but the point is, like, it's been a long time coming, and to see that episode, it's like, bro, like, I didn't cry now or anything, I'm just gonna be clear with that, but you could feel the tears coming to your eyes, like, when you see that episode. It's like, it's crazy, fam. So, and actually, with this episode, it kind of helped me understood how Sasuke got with Sakura. I feel like now that he understood Naruto's emotion, he began to understand the people around Naruto. Like, for example, Kakashi, Sakura, who else, Ino, Chikacho, and all that stuff, and Hinata and Sasuke didn't have much, so let's forget about that. But I feel like with him now understanding how people feel, maybe he finally understood how Sakura felt. I mean, people can change, like, it's crazy. So, that kind of made sense. I mean, like, if you really think about it, Naruto and Hinata's relationship doesn't make sense either. I mean, like, this man barely even knew Hinata existed until he felt the emotions. So I feel like through Naruto's emotions and through seeing what Naruto has gone through, it kind of opened up his eyes to see how Sakura felt, how Kakashi felt, and all that stuff. So that episode was done pretty well again. It was pretty nicely done, and yeah, I'm still really happy that Kishimoto went with the blood unison sign instead of making them hold hands, because I was like sitting there like thinking, if he actually made those two hold hands, it will be so fucking awkward. It would be very awkward. I'm glad that he did it that way. It's kind of weird that Naruto and Sasuke were at this limbo area. We didn't see that in the manga, but seeing it, because since we know that there's some sort of a limbo dimension where people tend to go if they're going between life and death, it kind of helped, with the visualization of how, Sasuke finally understood Naruto and stuff like that. I'm kind of repeating myself there, but I just want to make sure that I'm clear in what I'm trying to say. So, yeah, finally, it's done. The next episode is going to be the final episode where we see Naruto head back to the village, talk to pretty much everyone, Kakashi, Shikamaru and all that stuff. Then we'll finally get to see pretty much Sasuke head on to his journey to find himself, to understand feelings the same way Naruto does, and then that would lead up to the last Naruto, I believe. Was it the last Naruto? Yeah, Naruto the last move, whatever the case may be, and then that will also lead to Boruto the next movie, and then hopefully by the time all that stuff happens, Boruto's manga will finally move on to some new stuff. But yeah, Kishimoto, listen man, thank you so much for giving us such an amazing series. Like, not only that, this series has done more than people, know about. Like, if you're someone who's not in the anime community, you probably don't understand what this anime has meant to some people. Other people have met other people through these animes, other people have gotten through certain things. They've, I guess, got a more, stronger sense of never giving up and stuff like that. It's like, yo man, this series, bruh, it did a lot. So hopefully Kishimoto will find some rest. I know he's been really stressed out with all that stuff, but you know, hopefully now he can relax a little bit, go on holidays, see his wife, all that crazy stuff. So yeah, let me know what this anime meant to you. Like, let me know what this anime meant to you as a person in the comment section below, because I would actually really like to see what other people thought of the episode, what other people thought of the series in general. Now we know that this thing has so many fillers. We've hated the fillers. Some fillers were actually pretty dope, like, you know, Sasuke and Naruto in the different dimension, where Sasuke ended up being in the police force and Naruto was actually a very respected but somewhat feared Shinobi in the Hidden Village because his dad is still alive and all that stuff. And some fillers are really trash, but hopefully, I've heard that there's going to be more fillers. I would actually like them to touch on some certain things in the anime. Like, for example, I know there's books out there, you know, focusing on certain characters like Sakura, Gaara. I think Sasuke had a book. Yeah, Sasuke, and then Kakashi had a book as well. I think Kakashi's book was already done. I'm not too sure, but anyway, delve in a little bit more into those books. Give us more. Like, I just want more. And yeah, you know, man, it actually wants this episode actually makes me want to go back and play some Naruto games. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Let me know how this episode, how much this episode, oh, I can't even talk, how much this episode meant to you, how much the series meant to you, and share them in the comment section below, because I would really like to see other people's opinions, other people's insight of the history that came with the series and all that stuff. And yeah, once again, Kishimoto, thank you so much for creating such an amazing series that I will probably remember for pretty much for the rest of my life. Like, I will really remember this anime. Like, I think, like, see, here's the thing, like, I grew up with Dragon Ball Z, but Naruto has made such an impact in my life that it's like crazy, though. It's like, boy, man. Anyways, yeah, I'm Extreme Price Sonic. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace. Nani? Wait, I mean, what? What the? Yo, what?